If you are an entrepreneur creating content that converts for your business, and if you don't know about the 730 rule of content creation, then you are missing out on a big thing, because this is the main principle that actually converts your audience into your buyers and finally into happy customers. And these are the list of mistakes that every creatorpreneur makes. I have seen multiple creatorpreneurs who are creating content to thrive their entrepreneurship. They usually make these mistakes again and again, and I have seen them. And you need to instantly solve them if you're making them. The first thing is you go very production heavy. You try to script the videos for too long. You try to record the videos for too long. You need to get that each and every color grading aspect of the video very right. You need to spend 5 to 6 hours to get that editing very right. But that's not the main part of the video. I won't say that this is like the least important part, but this is also like a mediocrely important part. The major stuff, the majority of the stuff that brings actual viewers and keep the viewers hooked to your video is title, thumbnail, and hook. And we have heard this millions of times from Mr. Beast, who's like the best ever YouTube guy you can think of. He just says this one thing: title, thumbnail are the two things you need to first think about. If they synchronize together, then you have to think about the idea, or else just directly trash that idea. So first, at here, what context, what plan we follow is, first we create an ideal strategy for our next 90 days. And then once we have the strategy, we then think and then brainstorm about what titles we can come up with about the particular topic, about that particular idea, and what thumbnail would go best with it. Then we do multiple trial here and there, and then finally we decide a hook. And this is the time where we spend 70% of our time. What's your bigger mistake is you're trying to go production heavy. But guess what? Before the production comes the pre-production, where you think about these things, which is title, thumbnail, and your script and your hook. If you don't spend time on this, then whatever you are producing in that 3 hours of shooting and that 5 hours of editing is going to be abruptive shit. Sorry to say. And then you directly just post and expect viewership and expect conversion. That doesn't happen. Your video needs to be packaged in a way that, one, I see your video on my YouTube feed, I feel attracted towards that video. Once I click on that video, I instantly get hooked because the hook of the video was so amazing. The title and the thumbnail were complementing each other. And once I get hooked, your body, the video's content is so amazing. And in the end, your call to action is pretty smooth that I just feel compelled enough to go down and book a call with you and to apply for whatever you're selling and to just get hooked to you for lifetime. And then your entire fulfillment structure makes me a happy customer. The first thing that you need to understand to eventually break down this entire strategy is, I have a small little table-ish thing I have made for you over here. So let's say you're giving 10 hours to content creation, and from that I want you to have this idealistic breakdown. Look, this is just an idealistic version of what I want your content cycle, what I want your entire content timeline to look like, instead of just rubbishly recording a video and just uploading it with random title, random thumbnails. The first thing is you need to give 70% of your time to pre-production and post-production. Now, these are different because I have considered here recording and editing, which don't fall into these realms. The pre-production, where I want you to give majority of your time, is the audience research. Okay, go and understand what your audience actually wants. Now you might say, Aryan, I have very low following. I don't have a huge following. I don't get comments. I don't get engagement. Then here's the thing you need to do. You need to find your competitors, and in their comments, you need to find the videos or the things or the queries that the viewers have. And then you need to compile a list, which we usually do for whatever our clients are. We do the audience research. We actually go through their pain points of ideal customer, and then we create ideas according to that. And here's where your majority of the time should be. The second thing where I want pre-production to be highly focused on is the hook creation. Titles and thumbnails are the basic things, but the hook creation is very important, because your title and thumbnail creates a curiosity, and within the first 10 seconds, within the first 2 to 5 seconds, we need to instantly solve that hook, which is your title and thumbnails. Let's say it creates an X curiosity. You need to solve that X curiosity within the 3 seconds, and then create another curiosity gap, which makes them hooked for the entire video, all just in those 10 seconds. So in first 2 to 3 seconds, you give a reply to the curiosity you build up in the thumbnail and title. And then for the next 7 seconds, you build up another curiosity gap, which goes throughout the video and keeps them hooked. I know this is a very meticulous thing. This is a very nerd thing I'm speaking, but this is really important. And nowadays we also have an A/B testing for our thumbnails. So we create 3 variations of a thumbnail for our clients. And then once it doesn't work according to our timeline, we set a time specific goal. So if like in this many days, your thumbnail isn't converting or the CTA is not according to what we expect, we swipe up thumbnails. And this we can also do it for the trial reels. Nowadays you have trial reels and you can just go crazy with that. The next thing where I want you to focus lesser time, okay, the 3 hours of your time, if you're spending 10 hours, I want it to be on recording and editing. Look, bro, these are the important stuff. These are also the stuff that builds your brand. Okay, the studio you are recording in and how high quality your editing is actually building up your brand. Okay, these things will actually get you more clients. So if your first goal over here is to get more clients, to have client acquisition for your business, to actually go and don't spend like thousands of dollars on ads and you just want inbound leads, then this is the first thing you need to focus on, which is pre-production and post-production. Look, let's say I'm giving you a gift and I'm giving you a gift in a very dull package. Would you love to accept it? Would you even love to like open that gift? No. But what if I give you the gift in a beautiful wrapper with a ribbon on it? Won't you feel compelled enough to open that box? And then once you open that box, I have another box, I have another box, I have another box, I have another box. And in the last box, I have a small little curiosity gap for you. I have a paper and a question written on it. You want the answer to that question? Go and click on that link. Go and book a call with me. This is how a video should be played. And if you want this entire strategy, if you want this entire step-by-step plan, then you need to focus majority of your time in that 7 hours in your pre-production, in your strategy building time. What this does is, let's say you have a sort of customer section built, you have clients with your site, you are doing good in customer acquisition. The first thing now then you need to focus is brand building. Okay, now you need to focus on hiring better editors, recording in a proper studio with proper lighting, having color grading done very maturely according to the vibe you are sending of the video. And this is the way you create a long lasting brand and a long lasting essence. We do both of these things for our context clients, and we do it in priorities based on what they need first. And that's why I said you need to have your priorities straight. You need customer acquisition first. Like initially, what do you want? Initially you want right now, oh, my business doesn't have enough clients, then client acquisition. Then you can create these kind of features that I'm creating right now. Okay, low quality but properly structured. That's what I want. Low editing but properly structured. Maybe not the best camera, maybe not the best lighting, but structured. That's what I want from you. And then I also want you to have a content plan. We'll talk further about in that video. So this is what I talked initially to you. You need to be a record, not a treadmill. And I want you to have the strategy heavy approach. Let's forget the production heavy approach for 1 second. Okay, if you already have a base of clients, if you are not looking for too much inbound traffic, and if you are looking for that fame, and if you're looking for building that brand that builds your legacy and kind of sets you apart from everyone, then that is the time to run on the treadmill, because this is a long cycle. This is a legacy cycle. You know what I'm saying? So production heavy cycle needs to, one, you should have enough money to invest into higher quality of cameras, higher quality of studios, higher quality of editors, and you need to do multiple stuff in order to produce one single great quality video or content piece. But for strategy heavy approach, you can create these kind of videos, provide immense value, include a bit of your personality in it, and get a content engine that converts all of those clients. We talked about it in the previous video. You can go watch it. I'll link it in the description. You have to go watch it. And then I want you to do these things. These are the actionable steps I need you to write now. Okay, first, go and search what your viewers want. And now if you don't have viewers, if you have viewers, go in the comment section and just do a poll, maybe on Instagram, on your story. Just ask them questions on your threads, on your Twitter. Just ask them questions. Do a community post, ask them questions. Check out the comments and see what they want, and then just create content for them. Because guess what? These are your actual ideal customers. They are what you want, and you need to deliver what they want. Okay, and that's why I say viewers are the king. Second comes hook before even touching your camera. Don't start even recording if you don't have those first 10 seconds meticulously planned. Okay, because if your wrapper is very bad, if you don't have a ribbon on your gift, no one is going to open your gift. No matter how like you have the best jewels in the world set in that gift, no one's going to open it until you have a better wrapper and a good ribbon. Okay, red colored one. And then add it last and edit fast. I want you to edit in the very last point. Actually, the editing is very last, but I still want you to spend least amount of time on editing. Even if you are creating these basic type of things and you need editing, just go and hire a VA, go and hire an editor to get that stuff done for you. Okay, you need to spend least amount of time in editing. You actually want to outsource it, and you actually want to focus on creating new content and focusing on your business and actually converting those leads that you get from all of these things. So that'll be it. And if you want to have an entire content strategy planned specifically for you, you can go visit our website and book a call with us. And we also have a free growth OS there, which is very actionable, which is very applicable to any kind of business you have and any kind of content you are creating for that business. It can help you grow through that. Okay, so you need to go visit the website that we have, and you also need to go visit the last video that we created, which was about the 3 content pillars you need to have in your business. Okay, that's it. Bye. Have a good day.